Hi y'all, today we're doing potatoes. Not the traditional roasted, mashed, fried casserole. No, these potatoes are special. Mom started making these potatoes years ago and we're all hooked. They're oven fried potatoes, which means they're healthy because they cook in the oven. They're crunchy, but yet the inside is soft and flavorful and so creamy. I'm Claudia with Eat Color with Claudia. I'd love it if you give me a thumbs up on the video. Thanks. Preheat your oven, but before you do, check that your rack is on the low middle rack, and then get it to 425. I've washed and dried real well with a paper towel 1 sweet potato and 3 gold potatoes. So what you want to do is you want to slice them. I always just knock off the ends. But we want to do them 1/4 inch thick, just like this, and no need to skin them. The whole potato is just scrumptious in this recipe. Now, do you need to use 2 different kinds of potatoes? No. In our house, we're divided. Half of us like sweet potatoes and half of us like the gold potatoes, so you know what? We just cook them both. But you can cook one or the other or mix them up like we do. Now, in a bowl, you want to put in a 1/3 cup of water, a 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, and then whisk it up and let that salt dissolve. Drop in the potatoes and now mix and try to get the water and the salt to be dispersed all around. And I'm just going to kind of separate these potatoes as I mix. Drizzle a little avocado oil, some black pepper. Give it another mix. Now we need a baking pan, baking sheet, and drizzle some avocado oil on the bottom. We're rubbing the avocado oil on here so that our potatoes don't stick. And then we're going to place our potato slices on the pan. And I like to make rows, and then I like to alternate the potatoes. And the more of the potato that shows, the more it's going to brown. And we do want brown potatoes because that's what makes them so yummy and crispy. Pour the remaining water that's left over in the bowl, and we're going to put them on top of all of these potatoes. We want water in here to create some steam because we're going to cover these guys. I always like to cover my things with parchment paper before I put the foil on there because I don't like foil touching my food. Seal it up real well. When the potatoes are cooking in this water and in the salt, it's like part of the process. Part of that process to season the potatoes to create that soft, tender inside that we want. Let's get these in the oven for 30 minutes. While those guys are cooking, let's make the flavorful sauce that goes on top of these potatoes that makes it over the top delicious. We want about a tablespoon of minced garlic and chop it nice and small. If y'all know my mom, you know she always did things with parsley. So now we're gonna chop up 2 tablespoons of fresh flat leaf parsley and mince it up. Alrighty, so in a bowl, 2 tablespoons melted butter, and I just put that in the microwave for about 45 seconds. And then we'll need 2 tablespoons of the avocado oil, the garlic, the parsley, 1 teaspoon of dried thyme, 1/2 teaspoon oregano, 1/2 teaspoon basil, 1/4 teaspoon paprika, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/4 teaspoon pepper, and mix this up. And let those flavors all get to know each other for a little while. There's my timer. I was just gonna say that a few minutes before your timer goes off, add a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan cheese into your wonderful sauce and stir this up, and let me get the potatoes out. Spoon the sauce over all the potatoes. There we go. I like to just use the back of the spoon here and my fingers You can use a brush, you can use whatever works for you, but I like to try to make sure I get all this delicious sauce over every single one of these potato slices. Now we're gonna get these back in the oven uncovered for another 30 minutes until we see them turning all nice and golden brown and crispy on the edges. Oh, can't wait. Look at these potatoes. They're just bursting with flavor. Oh, I'm just gonna try to transfer all of these potatoes onto a serving platter. These potatoes will complement any dish you're serving, any meat, anything, even vegetarian, whatever you're gonna cook. I'm telling you, this is a fabulous recipe. I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit of fresh parsley on here, and wouldn't you know, I only lost one piece because they're so tender. And I'm gonna taste this one. Over the top, delicious. Crunchy on the outside, soft and creamy on the inside, loaded with flavor. This recipe is so delicious. Y'all gotta make it. And thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. And until next week, y'all, bon appetit.